Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my IHC lowering kit on my 2017 Sierra pickup. I've had a ton of questions about drive shaft shortening, about turning radius, and so I thought I would address some of those things today in this video. The first part of the video, I'm going to talk about the turning radius and what I did to try to remedy that situation after talking to IHC. And then the second part of the video, after that, I'm going to kind of talk about would I do this kit again, what my pros and cons are versus the old school spindle and spring or coil, strut, all that stuff. So I did do a video on how to install this kit, and I'll post a link up above here so you can see that if you are installing one of those kits. But let's get started on what I did to try to fix the turning radius. Now I talked to IHC, and the newer A-arms do not have this issue. He offered to send me other ones, but he also said that I could fix it just by grinding. So I chose to do that option just because I didn't want to have to go back through the alignment process, take this all back apart. So once we get the wheel off, you'll be able to see where it's hitting right here. And you can see that it's actually worn some of it down just from hitting over time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a grinder and just kind of cut a little bit away from this, just a little bit at a time, and see if that gains us some of our steering back. So in the parking lot is where you really see the issue with this truck, but we're gonna grind these down on both sides, and we'll see what, kind of how it goes after that. I wanted to show you how much travel I had on the steering wheel. So right now it's in the center, it's going straight. We can go one turn, and then factory could go another half turn, and as you can see, we just don't quite get there. So we need to trim a little bit of that off. Once we do that, hopefully we can get to the 1.5 that the factory has. All I'm using to do this is just a DeWalt grinder and a flap wheel. I think it's a 60 grit flap wheel. Anyway, that's all you need, and I'll list all that down below. I tried to show you guys the best I could while I was grinding. It's kind of hard. I didn't have a real good place to put the camera, but you can see that I took a little bit off, and I turned the wheel back and forth, and it seems to be a lot better. So took that off. I also did just a little bit on the bottom of the spindle. Not a lot, just a little bit. There was a little ridge there that I knocked off, but we're gonna try this and see if this improves it. I think it really will. The guy at IHC seemed to think so, and like I said, nothing against him. He did offer to send me the new style control arms, but I didn't want to go through all that, so we're going to try this. So after grinding on that, it did improve it somewhat, but it didn't take it back to the factory spec, which is kind of what I was looking for. I was hoping that I would get back to the turning radius that I had from the factory, and it just didn't happen. Now, like I said, IHC did offer to send me another A-arm, and maybe that would have addressed that. I don't know. It still seems like the people that have got the new design A-arm are still having turning radius issues. So I probably would not use this kit again. I probably would go back with like a McGaughy's spindle and strut assembly, just because I've had that in the past and it's worked great. I've never had any issues whatsoever with it. Some people do have some alignment issues when they go with the spindle setup, but I've never had a problem getting mine into spec. The other thing is people have told me they've had to shorten their drive shaft. Now, that's not an issue that I had, and maybe it's not a problem on a crew cab truck, but it seems to be if you do a 5.7 on a regular cab truck that people have had to shorten their drive shaft at least 1 inch because it's maxed out. It's pushing the drive shaft into the transmission, which is a problem that I did, like I said, I didn't have to deal with. But all in all, I think the kit's well made. The bushings in the front do squeak a little bit after some time, and I've had it on for about a little over 5 months now, and the bushings in the front started to make some squeaky noises like when you hit bumps, and I think that's part of kind of having a polyurethane bushing in the front is you're going to have some squeaks, but I could live with that. It's the turning radius that I didn't like. When I'm in like tight parking lots, trying to maneuver, it's just not the best kit as far as I'm concerned. Now, nothing against IHC. The guys were super great, more than willing to help me out. And maybe if I'd have got one of their control arms, I could have seen how much the change was, and maybe shaved a little more off. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I hope this video was informative. Hopefully it helps you out when you're deciding to buy a lowering kit, which one that you want to look at. And you know, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, drop them down below. Hit me up on Instagram or email me. If you like this video, smack that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, go down, hit the subscribe, hit the bell icon. That way you're notified every time I drop a new video. And thanks for watching.